Back, Holistic Soul Sisters. It's me, Mandy Rose, your relational astrologer, and in today's video we are going to talk about the most important, most impactful transit that is happening at the end of this month, starting July 30th, going until August 1st, and it's starting right now today. We are at July 22nd and the energy is starting to potentize. So I wanted to bring this video to you guys so you can understand this crazy, chaotic energy that is happening, and it involves Mars, Uranus, and the North Node. And if you've been following me in my astrology content for a while, you know that anytime we see something happening in threes, 3 planets, 3 times, at 3 degrees, anything with 3 is a very sacred number. In spirituality and religion, and astrology is no different. So this is a very important transit. It is the most important transit of all of 2022. It really divides the first half of the year from the second half of the year. So unfortunately, the first half of the year was actually the easy part. It brought a lot of luck and blessings with Jupiter and Neptune's conjunction. There was a lot of growth and expansion as we went through that first eclipse cycle, bringing in new opportunities. There's just been a lot of kind of easy, go with the flow, people changing jobs and inspiring new ideas and taking vacations. But now we are moving into the challenging half of the year, and it kicks off with this transit. So within the next 2 weeks, we're going to expect some major changes in our life in one specific area. Now, this isn't our whole life, but it's in the area of our life that Taurus rules. So I want to bring you the information. We're going to go through day by day. We're going to talk about different degree points, and I'm going to help you make sense of why this is the most important transit of the year. Now, also something to acknowledge is Mars is a key player in this transit. But Mars is really our key player for the rest of the year. We are going to have a Mars retrograde in October, and that is going to be a very uncomfortable season for us. When we get to October, I keep telling everyone, don't plan on doing much, retreat, go inwards. This is going to be a very volatile and difficult span of a few months, October, November, December. We will have our second eclipse cycle happening. We are going to have Scorpio season, which brings up a lot of deep emotion. It's going to be very challenging. So let's go through day by day what you can expect with the astro weather and how this impacts your chart. So grab your chart. First thing you're going to want to do is locate where is Taurus in your chart. Now you should know, because we've been talking about the eclipse cycle, right? The North Node entered Taurus, the South Node entered Scorpio back in April, and so we had our first round of eclipses. And Taurus is the area of the North Node. New beginnings, new opportunities, new energy, new chapters unfolding. Now, the North Node of Destiny, I'm going to pull up the chart right here so we can start talking about it. The North Node is represented by the upright horseshoe, and directly across the sky at 180 degrees is the South Node of Karma. That is the upside down horseshoe. So, South Node Scorpio, North Node Taurus. Now, Taurus is going to be the area of the sky where this major chaotic energy is going to occur. So we need to understand, what does Taurus represent? So before we get into anything else, we need to understand the energy of Taurus. Taurus rules the financial system, it rules money, it rules Mother Nature and natural resources, also natural disasters. It rules agriculture, so plants and animals and the things that we receive from Mother Nature. It rules natural resources. Resources we have: food, water, gas, oil, all the natural resources. It also rules our material possessions, the things that we value, our cars, our homes, the things that we buy that we like to acquire. So these are all the areas of life that Taurus rules. And this is the area of life where this volatility is happening. So this is very, very important to understand, because when we're looking at the financial systems, we've been feeling the shift of what's going to happen financially, right? There's a lot of talk. And if you remember, at the beginning of the year when I did my 2022 Astro weather forecast, I still have that video up here on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. I talked about every month, month by month, and I said by the time we get to July, we are going to be in a recession. Our money is changing. The way that we spend our money, the way that we look at and view money. Are we doing crypto? Are we doing cash? Are we doing bartering? Are we doing credit cards? Like, how are we using and exchanging money? That's going to change. agriculture, Mother Nature. You know, we already feel Mother Nature is getting more volatile. The heat waves, the hurricanes and tornadoes and lightning storms, the dry spells, like everything happening with natural disasters happens because of Taurus. Also, when we look at resources, natural resources, gas, oil, food, water, can't we feel all the volatility with that, right? Like all these things have already built up the first half of the year. And now with this major transit of Mars, Uranus, and the North Node, it's gonna be kaboom. It's the change. It's when it's actually happening. So as we talk about all of this, remember, Taurus is the ruler of these areas of society, of life. Now, Taurus also rules a specific area of your life. So that's where you're going to look up your birth chart and figure out what area of life does Taurus personally rule for you. So go ahead and locate that. If you need help with that, go ahead and reach out to me. So we have the three key players that we need to talk about. First of all, we have Mars. So let's talk about Mars in the chart. Mars is the planet of war, of aggression, of action. It's the masculine. It's the do, the go, fight, climb, act, do. It's that like action of doing. And it's what we'll go down fighting for. It's what we are passionate about. It's the chi, the life force energy. So anytime Mars is involved, there's action needing to be taken. There's decisions. There's the masculine of getting it done, right? Mars wants to do, Mars wants to go, Mars wants to accomplish. It's the chi, the life force. Now, Mars really isn't a huge fan of being in Taurus. He'd rather be at home in Scorpio. Scorpio is directly across the chart. So when a planet is directly across the chart from their home, this is like being on vacation. You are out of your comfort zone because home is so far away and you are somewhere new that's uncomfortable. So Mars does not like to be in Taurus because he's furthest away from his home in Scorpio as possible. And Taurus is the energy of slow and steady wins the race. We want to do things stable and structured and very earthy and very grounded. And Mars wants to hit the gas pedal. Mars wants to go, Mars wants to do. And we are feeling the struggle of like, I want to make change. I want to do the things. I want a new job. I want to get engaged. I want to go on vacation. I want to go, go, go. But when Mars gets to Taurus, it's like, we have to do it right and slow and steady. So there's kind of this energy where Mars is challenged right now. The second key player in all of this is Uranus. Uranus, the planet of rebellion, revolution. He's the change maker. Like anytime Uranus rolls up, it is sudden, jolting change. Choose change before change chooses you. You know, for instance, my analogy for Uranus is, let's say that your relationship hasn't been going very well and you just can't leave the person, and then one day you find out the person cheated on you. That's Uranus, your life coach, helping you out and saying it's time to move on, get going. Or you've been meaning to move to Spain and all of a sudden you come home one day and your house is burned to the ground. You get the insurance check and you move to Spain. Uranus shows up to help you move forward in life, but it's uncomfortable because you're not making the change. He's gonna make it for you. So you might go kicking and screaming a little bit. So anytime Uranus is involved, we can expect change, sudden, jolting, unexpected change, moving us into the future, moving us outside of the box, taking the shackles off, liberating us, bringing us freedom and new opportunity. So we have Mars, the warrior. We have Uranus, sudden, jolting change, lightning bolt, moving us into the future. And the third element to this is the North Node of destiny. Now, the North Node is not a planet, is not a celestial body. The North Node deals with destiny. This is fated. Anytime a planet runs into the North Node, anytime we have an eclipse, it involves the North Node. Anytime the North Node is involved, we don't have as much free will as we normally do. It gets us back on track with our destiny. So you might be fighting the move, fighting the change, fighting the transition, fighting the opportunity. But when the North Node is involved, it's like back on track. Destiny smacks you in the face. It is so obvious the path you need to take, even if you're fighting it. So it's a good opportunity for us, but it can also be uncomfortable. So that's why I'm saying within 2 weeks after this transit happens, we are going to be back in alignment with our destiny. It is written in the stars what's to come. They are external circumstances that are happening to us, and we really don't have a lot of control over it. We have to take action, Mars, to the change that Uranus brings and understand it as a part of our destiny, the North Node, to move forward. Okay, so now that we understand our three key players, we can start talking about the actual dates that these energies are going to shift and change and occur. So let's go back actually to July 5th. On July 5th, Mars entered Taurus. That was the day when our chi, our life force energy, switched from the zodiac sign of Aries, where Mars does like to be. And in that time of year, we were go, 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 passion, 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 make changes, be bold, be fearless, be spontaneous, and we started to make moves. But then on July 5th, when Mars entered Taurus, he activated this Taurus part of the sky where he's uncomfortable. He doesn't like to be here. Remember, he's slowed down. He's got to take it slow and steady. You don't need to be in the left lane passing everyone. Right now, you need to be in the right lane, slowing it down and doing things in a way that is slow and steady wins the race. So Mars actually entered Taurus back on July 5th. Now fast forward here to July 21st. So this is Thursday, July 21st. Thursday, July 21st, we can see here from the chart, we had the moon meet up with Mars at 11 degrees of Taurus. Again, you're going to want to look in your birth chart and see if you have any planets in Taurus, because I'm giving you degree points, exact degrees. If you have planets at these numbers or near these numbers, you're going to have a more active involvement in this transit and a bigger life change. So 11 degrees of Taurus. On Thursday, July 21st, the moon meets Mars. Now, the moon is our emotions. The moon is how we are triggered and how we feel. And so you have Mars, passion, aggression, warrior, action, the fighter, meeting up with the moon, bringing up emotions. This is where you might start to feel a little self-destructive. Where are you feeling you need a change in your life? Where are you frustrated? Where are you ready to make moves, but you haven't been able to? So you might start to get a little rebellious. You might start to feel this energy of like, F this, I want to make changes, like I can't do this anymore. And you start to get into self-destructive mode where you might start drinking more or escaping from problems or acting and speaking to people in ways that are not beneficial. So pay attention July 21st, how your energy is, because you might be sitting here wanting to scream, F this, I don't want to do it anymore, and becoming rebellious. Everyone is going to be on everyone's nerves starting now. This volatility is going to continue for 2 weeks. So pay attention to who's on your nerves, how you're responding to people. Don't fall into the trap of hating others. Right now, the astrology is really asking and challenging us to not hate thy neighbor. We are meant to collectively band together to deal with the stuff that Taurus is happening. Deal with Mother Nature, deal with natural disasters. You're gonna need your neighbors if a natural disaster happens to you. You're gonna need your neighbors if the financial markets crash and you guys have to barter or trade resources. Maybe someone has a generator and maybe someone has a garden. We are going to need each other more than ever in the second half of the year. So be very, very careful with your energy. Don't burn bridges. Don't self-destruct. Don't isolate yourself. And when people are approaching you in ways that are volatile, calm them, love them. The power struggle is so real right now, you guys. This is the best advice I can give you. Okay, so we're starting in the morning of July 21st. Moon meets Mars. We can see at 11 degrees. Now, where this conjunction is happening, where Mars, Uranus, and the North Node are meeting up, is at 18 degrees of Taurus. So Mars isn't there yet. Mars on Thursday the 21st is only at 11 degrees. The moon is at 11 degrees. We still have the North Node at 20 degrees, but he's moving backwards. He's the only planet that moves backwards. So the North Node's at 20. He's got to get to 18 for this conjunction to happen. We have Uranus at 18. So he's standing still. He's going to stay here this whole time from today, July 21st, until this conjunction happens on July 31st. So Uranus is permanent. You see him in the chart. Uranus is permanent at 18 degrees. Mars is only at 11. He's going to make his way to 18. And the North Node is at 20, and he's going to make his way backwards to 18. Okay, so that sets the theme. Thursday, July 21st, Mars at 11 degrees. That evening, the moon is going to move from the 11 degree point with Mars, and he's going to run into Uranus at 18 degrees of Taurus. So Thursday evening, our emotions with Mars get triggered. We want to fight, we want to be passionate, we want to make change, we want to take action, and then the moon that evening runs into Uranus. Remember, Uranus is sudden jolting change. He's the rebel, he's the revolutionary, he's wanting to make changes, and the moon is our emotions. So at this point, this is activating the Uranus instability. So by Thursday evening, there's a lot of instability. We're feeling the change. Something in our life is going to change. Like we want to make change. We want to embrace the destiny that is coming to us. We just don't know what it is yet. We also know that the instability is going to start in the world around all the Taurus themes. So expect this weekend to start having natural disasters, the financial markets crashing, resources being scarce, stocking up on things like food and gas and water and fuel and the things that you might need. Holistic medicine, Taurus rules holistic medicine. Get your herbal remedies, get your supplements, like get the things that you might need if you don't have access to medical intervention. Because maybe the power grid goes down, or maybe there's a natural disaster and Amazon's not delivering. This is where we need to get prepared, okay? So by Thursday evening, the moon runs into Uranus at 18 degrees. On top of all of this energy, I want to pause here for a moment. On top of all of this energy, we need to understand Uranus, the planet of sudden jolting change, wanting to be free, wanting to move into the future, has been in a fight with the planet Saturn. If you guys have been following my astrology, you know that Saturn and Uranus have been fighting because Saturn is in Aquarius and Uranus is in Taurus. And Uranus and Saturn in Aquarius have been in what we call a square. Squares are volatile. They are changes. They're confrontation. They're obstacles that someone's got to win. Peak, point, make a decision, go forward, right? The peak. So this activation of Uranus and Saturn is happening for the fourth and final time. Saturn wants structure, discipline, wants things to be for the greater good of all. Saturn wants humanitarianism. Saturn wants to move to the future, but with structure and stability. And Uranus wants to liberate. Uranus wants to be free. He doesn't want to live by Saturn's old school rules. Saturn wants to live old school, Uranus wants to move into the future. And we are going to feel that volatility where it's the old money, the old power, the old egos, the old politicians, the old way of doing things isn't going to work anymore. So Uranus is going to blow up the old during this transit. The old way of us investing money, the old way of us getting medical intervention, like going holistic instead of conventional, the old way of bartering and exchanging resources, the old way of accumulating things like growing our own food instead of depending on the grocery store. The old ways are shattering and they're changing now because Uranus is in a fight with Saturn. So remember, Saturn's in Aquarius, North Node, this conjunction in Taurus, opposite that we have Scorpio, and then we have a missing puzzle piece. And that is Leo. That is the fourth corner of the square. And that is what's being activated this week. So let's pick back up. Thursday, July 21st, we have the moon running into Mars, moon running into Uranus. And by Friday, the moon runs into the north node of destiny at 20 degrees. So the moon transit from 11, Mars, 18, Uranus, and then over to 20 degrees with the north node. This is activating our feelings. You're going to start feeling intuitive, the moon, intuition. What is going to happen? What is our destiny? Where do I need to go? Where's that draw? So meditate on Friday, meditate on Saturday. What do I need to do? Where do I need to change? What's going on in my life, right? The moon is meeting up with that north node at 20 degrees of Taurus. And within a week, he will make his way into Leo, the missing puzzle piece I just mentioned. So fast forward now to Saturday morning. We wake up Saturday morning and the sun has moved into Leo. This is activating the missing puzzle piece of our life, the Leo energy. We've been activating this square, but the fourth corner of Leo hasn't been active yet. Saturn has been in Aquarius since 2020. We have the north node that's now in Taurus, the south node in Scorpio, nothing in Leo. Until now, until Saturday, July 23rd, when the sun moves into Leo. Wherever the sun goes, it lights things up. It brings heat, life, vitality. So this area of our life, the Leo area, is going to start shining bright, shining on the missing puzzle piece of our life, the energy that we need to focus on. So this is where things really start to activate this grand cross as the sun moves into Leo on Saturday. Now, we pick back up. We have this energy. Remember, this energy is brewing in Taurus. Change, destiny, money, finances, agriculture, Mother Nature, like resources. Like we gotta be doing things, guys. Because by the time we get to Thursday of next week, July 28th, things start to pop off. This is when it's happening. On July 28th, at 5 degrees of Leo, we have the moon that was, remember, in Taurus last week, catching up and moving into Leo. where we're going to activate a new moon in Leo, the sun and the moon at 5 degrees of Leo. I'm going to be doing a completely separate video. You can find it in the description box below, or it will pop up at the end of this video. Click on that. It'll be a whole video on that new moon in Leo, because that is activating the newness. There's new chapters, new beginnings in this Leo area of our life that has been empty. And it is completing the fourth corner of this puzzle. So we need to really pay attention to this new moon. You're going to want to put it in your calendar to celebrate and manifest. Now, also on the 28th, not only do we have a new moon, but we have Jupiter going retrograde on that same day. And this is very important because we have these 3 volatile planets, Mars, Uranus, and the North Node coming conjunct, creating change. And the one planet that brings blessing, opportunity, luck, expansion, and growth, the one planet that could save us is Jupiter. But he can't, because he will be retrograde on the 28th, and this conjunction happens on the 30th. So the one planet that I believe could have saved us can't, because he's retrograde. And when Jupiter goes retrograde, all those expansion, growth, and opportunities shrivel up. They dry up. We go backwards. We don't get as many blessings. So as Jupiter is retrograde for the next 5 months, we aren't going to have as many opportunities that we're used to. We have to work with what we got. So you're gonna wanna get your ducks in order before this Jupiter retrograde. There's a separate video I'm posting on this Jupiter retrograde and the lessons we're meant to learn over these 5 months. But if you're watching this ahead of time, get your resources, get your growth and expansion in the next week, because everything will dry up. Resources, opportunities, career, new clients. Get what you can in the next week. Take action. Okay, then we move into Saturday. Saturday, July 30th is when it's all going down. On this day at 2 a.m. exactly, I'm going to pull up the chart at 2 a.m. on Saturday morning, we have the North Node and Uranus conjunct at 18 degrees. This is where the North Node has moved from 20 degrees to 19 back to 18, running into Uranus at 18 degrees. We can see here from the chart. And now they're just waiting on Mars. So this is the first activation. This is when we start to feel that volatile, choose change before change chooses you, running into the North Node of destiny. Everything that is coming to you is destined. Every change, every newness, this is all written in the stars, and we have to deal with it so we can move into the next chapter, right? So pay attention. It might be a small change, like your beliefs, a thought, an intuition, a creative idea. It might be a big change, like getting engaged or finding out you're pregnant or changing jobs or something else. Okay, so pay attention. That is on Saturday, July 30th at 2 a.m. We have 2 planets, Uranus and the North Node. We're waiting on Mars. And Mars shows up to that exact conjunction, here's the chart, on Sunday, July 31st at 5:30 p.m. Mars, Uranus, and the North Node all at 18 degrees of Taurus. So pay attention to your life. Do you have any planets near 18 degrees? 18 degrees is the pop-off point. Now 18 is 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 is the last number. 9 is the change. 9 is the humanitarian. 9 is the final chapter. So this is going to be ending a lot of things. There's a lot of destined things happening. So again, it's really separating the first half of the year with the second half of the year, where we're going to have to deal with the destiny changes, deal with the volatile Uranus stuff, deal with the repercussions of everything that's been leading up to this moment. So don't forget, on July 31st at 8 p.m., we're having the retrograde workshop. So we're going to be meeting virtually online on Zoom. I hope you'll attend with us. We're going to be talking all about the retrogrades. We have Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Chiron retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. And then soon enough, we're going to have Uranus go retrograde, and we're going to have a Mercury retrograde by September. So that retrograde workshop is going to focus on the retrogrades, each planet, what lesson they're teaching us, and you're going to bring your birth chart so I can help you understand where this is happening in your life. So it's a really good workshop. It'll be an hour and a half, and it's happening on Sunday during the exact conjunction of the Mars-Uranus North Node. So we'll be talking about that as well that Sunday evening. So come bring your energy to the circle, to the Zoom, because there'll be a lot of external. Remember, North Node is external circumstances. Things are happening to you that you have to take action Mars on and deal with the change that Uranus brings. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I know this is a lot of information. I'm hoping that you catch it on the What's in the Stars Saturday. You're hearing it a second time now on the YouTube. Head over to TikTok. I made a short form, very quick video on it. And after you hear it a couple times, it'll make a lot more sense. So go watch that new moon in Leo video. Find out the Leo new beginnings, new chapters, the fourth corner of the puzzle that's been missing to bring change into our life. Make sure you watch the Jupiter retrograde video. You're going to want to prepare for this one because opportunities will become sparse. And I'm sending you so much love and light as you go through this change, as this transformation in your life. And if you want to do a small astro weather astrology reading, I've been offering them for people that haven't done a full birth chart but want to know where all of this is happening in their life. So reach out to me. In the description box below, you can buy your tickets for the retrograde workshop. You'll see links to the other videos, and you'll also see my email where you can send a message to book a birth chart reading. My calendar is also below for you to book a mini astro session. All right, guys, good luck with everything. I will catch you in the next video. And don't forget, head over to holistic.soul.sisters on Instagram, where I do What's in the Stars Saturday, and keep you up to date on all other things holistic health and medicine and spirituality. All right, thank you for being a part of our community. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you think would benefit or is interested in the current astro weather. All right, guys, catch you in the next video.